Hi guys, Karen with Meluna USA here today. And one of the most frequent things we get on our live chat is somebody chats in to let us know they have a menstrual cup already with a different brand. They would love to stick with menstrual cups, but the menstrual cup they have is not working out for them. So today I am coming to you from a different corner of our office because I need a table and I want you to see kind of different scenarios that are really common with people calling into live chat. And of course, if you go through this and you have a different brand, you can always reach us via live chat at melunausa.com, Monday through Friday Central Standard Time, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. One thing to keep in mind is we try to keep most of the most common FDA cleared cups in the office so that we can help you choose a better option in the Meluna range. However, new cups are popping up almost weekly, and especially with the knockoffs from overseas. We do not carry those. So if you're getting some weird cup off eBay or something, we may not carry that specific one. But we try and keep most of the FDA cleared cups here in the US, here in the office, so that we can help you when you need a different solution than what you have already. So let's get started. So by far the brand we hear most often about is the Diva cup. And one of the main problems with the Diva cup is that it is a really tall cup. So a lot of consumers chat in with us to tell us they have a Diva cup and it's okay width-wise, but it doesn't work for them in regards to length. And a few things to consider. They now have a size 0, a size 1, and a size 2. One thing to consider is that even our standard Melunas, depending on diameter, would already be not as tall as a lot of the Divas. So we do offer, of course, our Shorties, and you can see them over here. But if you just need a smidgen, talk to us, because, for example, if you have a Diva 1, which is in diameter right in between a medium and a large Meluna, and you can see even the standard medium and large Melunas will be not as tall as the Diva size 1. So you may not need to go to a shorty. Let's discuss it first before you make that jump. And if you do need to go to a shorty, again, the Diva 1 is right in between a large and a medium Meluna in diameter. So if you need to go quite a bit shorter, the Shorties are certainly a great option for that. One thing to keep in mind is that their length is the same for all of their 3 sizes. So that gets even more noticeable, of course, in the size 0, which is like crazy long for a teen cup. So the size 0 would be in diameter just slightly bigger than our small and quite a bit smaller than our medium. So if you have tried the Diva 0 as a teen cup and you feel like it is crazy long, definitely check out the small Meluna standard. You don't need to go to a shorty just because you need it shorter. And also, of course, we have different handle styles. So this is the ring, which is quite long. I'm going to show it in front of a gray background. The same cup with a ball handle in Meluna would, of course, be even shorter. So the Divas, one of our most frequent inquiries, just because they are so crazy long. We do have solutions here, both in the standards and in the shorties, to get you a shorter cup. Width-wise, we can match all 3 of them and get you set up there. Another frequent one that we hear about is the Lena. Again, keep in mind, just because you have a long handle doesn't mean you can reach this cup, because as always, of course, you have to reach the cup to break the seal. So you want it long enough to break the seal with your fingers first and not just pull it out while it's still stuck. So a really long handle doesn't really always help you in the way that you think it will help you. But in those, again, A lot of those are actually modeled with their diameters after the Diva, because the Diva was kind of a front runner of all of these. So the smaller Lena is kind of in between a large and a medium Meluna, just like the Diva was. They are closer in height, but if you need it shorter, you can now move over to the Shorties in Meluna and get a cup that's much shorter than the Lena here, if that's what you need. Then here are some that we hear about frequently now, and they kind of recently popped up. It is a super weird, I don't know if you can see these. They have adjustable length handles, but the handle that's left over is in the cup itself, so it kind of deforms the cup, creates a hole on the bottom. And the idea, I guess, is that you can shove it back up here and then have less of a handle sticking out. Of course, if you've seen our other videos, oops, now I created a hole because I pulled the whole thing out. If you've seen our other videos, the ones to review would be what to do if your cup handle is too long, and also how to remove your menstrual cup, because you will know that a super long handle doesn't really help you if you can't break the seal before you pull it out. So these guys tend to bother people mostly because there's so much handle on them, and also because then it seems like the cup is too long when really it's just all this business going on at the bottom of the cup that's bothersome. So if you have the larger one of those, and those are called full, your diameter will be very close to the slightly smaller than the XL Meluna, slightly larger than the large Meluna, but height-wise very similar to the large Meluna, only that you have that enormous handle on it, unless you shove it in there, and then it's gonna be kind of more trouble to clean them. So I'm not quite sure what the idea behind this is, but if you're having troubles with these flex cups, we certainly have diameters that will work for you in a cup that doesn't have this major business on the bottom going on. Then what else do we have here? Salt cups, again, very similar to the Lena cup. Here's the Lena's, here the salt. We had to label them because they're actually so similar. But again, if you want them just slightly taller, we can go with the standard. If you want these guys in the same diameters, but you need them shorter, we can go with the Meluna Shorties. So the XL is just a slightly wider diameter than the large salt, but significantly shorter if it's too long for you. Then there's other cups on the market that we don't hear so much about. The Lily cup, of course, is so obviously super long to where it probably appeals from the start to people that are looking for a very, very tall cup, because you can see even in the packaging that they're going to be very long cups. This is the larger of the lilies, and you can see quite a bit taller to our standards. And they're shaped differently, so it's hard to compare the diameter. If you have a lily and it's too long, certainly almost any cup will be shorter than the lily. And what else? These rings, we hear about the flex discs from time to time, and it's really tough to use those to come up with an idea of what size regular menstrual cup you would have to wear. So we kind of have to start from scratch. If this is your background in cups, let's determine your size in Meluna cups based on the chart that we have or based on the cup fairy that we offer on our website, because the discs will have a totally different diameter and sizing than what we have. Other cups we carry here at the office that we can compare to the Meluna size range is the lunettes. We have a moon cup. It's kind of used to be fairly common. I haven't heard about somebody having a moon cup and it not working out in quite a while. So Femicycle is a totally different system, but certainly if you need something longer, shorter, or if this handle bothers you, but we want something for low cervix, we can definitely find something in the shorty size range for you that is just as short, but with less of handle going on here. Then we have foldables. These are also from Intima. The main advantage of these is that you can fold them up and put them in your purse in a little disc. They're not as awesome to wear because the design is more geared towards how great they are to store, not so much how great they are to wear. But we have it here in the office. If you have one, we can compare it. Tell us what you want. Do you want it wider, taller, not as wide? We certainly have a size range here in Meluna that can fix all of those problems you have with your other cups. The organic cup is a very simple cup, and that's actually, I think, keeping it simple to clean and simple to wear is the way to go. That's why these flex cups seem so overly complicated with all that stuff going on. So organic cup, we have those here. One of the most common things is that the mini might be hard to reach because, again, the way you remove a cup is you don't just pull on it while the seal is intact. So having a very short, tiny cup when you don't need a short, tiny cup and then getting a longer stem is not really going to help you because you still have to be able to reach it, to squeeze it, break the seal, and then pull it out. So if your organic cup mini is too tough to reach, you could consider the small standard Meluna. It's taller in the body itself, but it's also very narrow, so great for teens. And reach up, release the seal first, and then pull it out. If you're not quite sure how to remove a menstrual cup, I would suggest you check out our video on removing a menstrual cup. If you have a menstrual cup that sort of works for you, but it's just the handle that bothers you, we encourage you to try and find a solution with the cup that you already own. We have a video that's titled, "Is Your Menstrual Cup Too Long?" That could help you with that. And anyway, if you have any questions at all that this video did not answer, we are here for you and we want to find a cup that works for you. So come see us on live chat Monday through Friday, Central Standard Time, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at melunausa.com, and we're happy to pull out our cups and find a solution for you, because in Meluna we have so many options in the standard size range as well as in the shorties. We can help you. We can find a cup that works for you. So give us a chance and come visit us on chat. Thank you. Oh, don't forget, please subscribe because there will be more videos coming your way, and we hope you found this one helpful. So vote us up. Thank you.